in my room looks the same. They treat my jackets like mountains. They paraglided. I'm realizing this doesn't sound scary at all, but guys, it was really, really freaking scary in the moment. So much so that I considered not even making this, like, you know, reaching out to the spirits ass video. Because first of all, okay, voice crack. First of all, I don't think these challenges are like that serious. But I was like, I woke up from these nightmares and I was like, I really don't want to make my nightmares worse. Like, I'm not trying to open some sort of portal so that my nightmares get even scarier. And I know this doesn't sound scary, but it was to me. They paraglided across my room and cling onto my posters. I can feel them jumping into my hair. I don't know what happened to resolve this conflict, but I woke up. I was pulled in and out of this multiple times. Okay, so I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I have really vivid nightmares and I physically feel myself being pulled. I don't know how else to describe it than like being pulled in and out of consciousness versus my subconscious. But I feel quite conscious the entire time because I will realize in my head, ugh, I'm dreaming again. Like, but this is an unpleasant dream. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I never RSVP'd. Whatever happened to a little exclusivity? You're just letting me in and out willy-nilly. I didn't even respond to the particle link to be here, right? So I woke up and I was like, you know what? I think maybe because I'm sleeping on my back, that's causing a problem here, because I guess you're more prone to sleep paralysis when you're sleeping on your back. So I was like, let me sleep on my side so that I can still, like, you know, get my nap in or whatever. So I shouldn't have done that. I tried to sleep on my side to see if this would stop the nightmares, but I just had a different nightmare and it was so much worse. I could only see what was in front of me. I didn't see apparitions or anything, but I heard the people's voices and they were, I guess, trigger warning. It's a little bit like traumatic, I guess. I heard people's voices and they were experimenting on me and trying to trap me. I would be pushed and pulled back into consciousness, feeling a physical pulling sensation every time this happens. And when I would be trapped back in the nightmare, in parentheses, that just looked like me being in my bed, but I can hear and feel people behind me in my room. I felt them punishing me and telling me that I am going to stay here. I felt needles and them holding me down and I wanted to cry. I felt helpless and really panicked because I thought I was going to be stuck like this. It's very vivid and I'm scared. I was fighting with them to tell me that they can't do this to me. I got more frightened. Sorry. It's really not funny, is it? I got more frightened and things felt more real because every time I would feel this sensation of being sucked back into the nightmare, they would say things like, oh, she's back, or you can't try to escape this time. I didn't wake up naturally. I had to physically try so hard and exert mental force to pull myself out and escape the dream. I woke up fully knowing that I had taken myself out of it and it wasn't a natural waking up sensation. During these nightmares, was I actually waking up and being pulled back in? Or was that just a part of the nightmare as a whole? Like, was I dreaming that I was being woken up and pulled back in and this or that? During the second one, it felt like how people described alien abduction, but they felt like human presences that wanted to cause me harm. I am fully awake now and I feel better knowing I won't be pulled back in. Why does this happen to me? I feel stressed and scared during. So moral of the story. Okay, I'm just checking how long I've been talking for because you know how you like click on a video and the title of the video will be like, story time, my dentist sharted on my lap, and then they don't mention it until like 20 minutes in. I'm not trying to do that, but I was teeter-tottering between whether I want to do these scary challenges or not, because what if I accidentally invite something into my home that makes my nightmares worse? Because my nightmares, I know that it doesn't sound that scary, but it truly was scary. And I almost feel like sometimes when people have those alien abduction stories, I'm wondering if they're having the types of nightmares that I'm having because they feel so real. Like, I will feel pain. I feel pain during them. One time I had a dream that I got shot. And I got shot and I felt like this white hot flash of pain. Like, I am feeling it. So I don't like when I have these dreams. I don't want to invite spirits into my homes to worsen these dreams. And one time, I didn't even talk about this. This is one of the main things. Okay, so I know I've been literally yapping about my dreams so much, but just letting you guys know I do get to the challenges, so do not worry about that. This is also one of the main reasons why I am like, oh, do I really want to do this? Like, just in case, you know? I was having sleep paralysis one night, or I thought that I was having sleep paralysis, and but the thing is that I could move. I was moving and I was fully conscious, you guys, and I'm not joking. Okay, in my room, there is essentially a Himalayan mountainscape of jackets hanging on my door because I have far too many jackets, even though I just donated some. And sometimes, and I've talked about this before, these jackets, because it's in my direct eye view when I'm having sleep paralysis, will morph into other things when I'm having these paralysis attacks or whatever. And will become like apparitions or monsters, or be used as like props. Like, you know, these little tiny orange soldiers were entering stage left to use my you know, plentiful jackets as literally their own little set design. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm reeling it in. Okay, so I thought I was having sleep paralysis, but I could move and get up. So it really wasn't sleep paralysis, right? The reason I thought I was having sleep paralysis is because I saw an apparition standing in front of my door. Literally, I'm not joking. Like, so standing kind of like a, I don't know, like standing in some sort of figure type way, like not in a natural stance, like in a way like standing at attention and literally waving like this. Literally like out of a horror movie. I saw that and I took out I'm awake, right? So I took out my phone and I shined my flashlight and then it went away. And then I got up. I was like frozen in fear for a second, but then I got up and I turned my lights on and I was just kind of like looking around because I was like, I have seen things like that before, but in sleep paralysis. So I was like, did I just have a sleep paralysis? But nary paralyzation was to be experienced. I was up and moving, and I could have been doing jumping jacks. I could have been hitting the nay-nay. So then I got really, okay. Okay, I'm gonna heat up my tea before I continue this story because I think I need to calm down. Oh, it smells really burnt. Oh my God, it smells really burnt. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to cool down. But then I woke up, right? And then I was, you know, obviously I turned all the lights on. I'm standing at attention. Hello, is anybody there? Hello, sir, please make yourself known. Or actually, don't. Do not make yourself known. I need you to leave immediately because quite frankly, I don't like having guests. Listen, I barely even like having human guests, let alone a spirit from the beyond. I turn on the lights and I'm kind of just laying in bed Googling like, can you hallucinate right when you wake up? Like, can you like be woken up out of your sleep and like kind of still kind of be dreaming, but you're like moving and conscious and you still see things? I know that sounds ridiculous, but the answer was yes. Yes, sometimes if you're woken up during a certain area of your sleep cycle, you can see hallucinations, you can see things. And a lot of the things that people see is exactly what I saw, right? Like kind of like a shadowy figure. Thank God he was keeping it 6 feet, right? Because sometimes during my sleep paralysis, when they always talk about the sleep paralysis demon, right? He will literally be, pardon my French, sitting on my face. Sitting on my face, for more or less, sitting on my chest, but then like hovering over my face. Thank God that one has not paid me a visit in a while, because whenever that happens, I'm like, oh, brother, this again. I think that, and here's the thing, I'm always kind of like, I don't know if I really believe in, I'm looking at the microphone and not the camera, sorry. So I'm like, I don't really believe in ghosts. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, buddy, I'll believe it when I see it. But here's the thing, maybe I did. Maybe I did, and perhaps that is possible. I'm gonna look up maybe like Bloody Mary challenge reel.